Hello everybody, my name is Seti Said, and this is a slideshow tutorial on how to fix or repair your Whirlpool water heater. To be more specific, I will show you how to install the new manifold door assembly that now comes with and uses a standard thermocouple, thus making it easy to replace should it happen to fail again. Performing your own water heater repair can create very dangerous problems like a gas leak or carbon monoxide poisoning. I'm not responsible for any injury or damage that may occur when attempting to follow the instructions in this video. Seek the help of a qualified personal company if you don't have the skills necessary to perform this repair. This video was made for entertainment purposes only. The manufacturer suggests that we take heed to the warnings listed here. Failure to do so can result in death, injury, explosion, or fire. This is the Whirlpool water heater in my house that just went out recently. If the door assembly on your Whirlpool water heater looks like this and the pilot won't stay lit, chances are you will need a new manifold door assembly, also known as a KFG conversion kit. The problem with this and the 12 other models of these Whirlpool water heaters is that when the thermocouple fails, it cannot be purchased or installed separately because it is oddly shaped and built into the door assembly. The manufacturer no longer makes these old door assemblies due to the vast amount of customer complaints. So the manufacturer produced these conversion kits for the various models, and when it is installed, your new manifold door assembly should look something like the one I installed here. Now, should my thermocouple fail, I can purchase one from any store that sells plumbing supplies for about 12 bucks. The conversion kit for my Whirlpool water heater was purchased for $60 at a local plumbing supply company. The guy that helped me was kind enough to remove the few parts from my old door assembly that I was going to need and install them on the new door assembly. Since this has not been a big problem for a few years now, chances are the big box stores like Lowe's and Home Depot will not have any of these conversion kits in stock. If you cannot locate the conversion kit for your Whirlpool model locally, call the manufacturer at 877-817-6750 for assistance. There are 13 different conversion kits, so make sure you get the one that fits the particular model and serial number listed on the front of your water heater. You will need a few open-ended wrenches to do this job: a 3/8 inch, 7/16 inch, ½ inch, and a 3/4 inch open-end wrench. Or you can also use an adjustable open-ended wrench. You will also need a Phillips head screwdriver, a 1/4 inch socket or nut driver, a non-corrosive leak detection solution like liquid dish or laundry detergent, and a small paintbrush to apply the solution. Let's get started with step 1. Turn off the gas supply to the water heater by turning the shutoff valve 90 degrees clockwise as illustrated in this slide. Normally, the shutoff valve is located next to the water heater as shown in this illustration. Step 2. Turn the gas control knob to the off position by holding down the metal tab and turning the knob clockwise until the off position is reached. Step 3. Remove the 2 metal outer door screws. You will not need to use these screws with the new door assembly. Step 4. Disconnect the pilot and manifold tubes by loosening the nuts, turning them counterclockwise until you can pull them free. The thermocouple nut is reverse threaded, so you'll need to turn this nut clockwise to loosen it and pull it free. Normally, when loosening these nuts, all you need to do is break the seal with a wrench, and then you should be able to completely loosen the nut by hand. To disconnect the pilot button, just unsnap it from the gas control valve. Step 5. Remove the manifold door assembly by holding the manifold tube and pulling it straight back. Be careful not to damage the bracket that holds the door assembly inside the combustion chamber. Step 6. Remove any dirt or debris that might be inside the combustion chamber. Clean with a soft bristle brush or even vacuum if it's necessary. Step 7 requires you to do some part swapping. You have to take off the old burner scoop, and pilot button, and then attach them to the new one using the same screws. Remove the 2 burner screws first, then place them and the burner aside. Next, remove the orifice screw and burner scoop, then attach the burner scoop and screw in the orifice onto the new door assembly. Then attach the burner and screw in the burner screws to the new door assembly. Disconnect the pilot wire from the pilot button on the old door assembly by grasping the wire and pulling straight down. Then attach the pilot button to the pilot wire on the new door assembly. The last thing you want to do in this step is connect the 2 white lead wires to the outside of the new door assembly. The flag-shaped ends of these wires connect to the terminals on the door assembly. Once you do that, your new door assembly should look something like my newer door assembly shown here in this slide. Step 8. Insert the new door assembly back into the combustion chamber. Make sure the triangular tab underneath the burner slides into the slot that's on the bracket inside the combustion chamber. You'll know if the tab is in the slot if you can't tilt or move the door assembly from side to side after it's inserted. Step 9. With the screw holes lined up, insert and tighten the 2 new metal door screws. Make sure you screw them in all the way and that there's a complete seal around the door assembly after tightening. Do not operate your water heater if there are spaces or gaps around the newer door assembly after tightening. Step 10. Reconnect and tighten the pilot tube to the gas control valve. Screw the ferrule nut into the gas control valve until it is hand tight. Insert the pilot tube into the ferrule nut until the tube bottoms out, then tighten the nut with your wrench until a crimp connection seals the pilot tube. Continue to tighten until the nut is tight in the valve. Step 11. Reconnect and tighten the manifold tube to the gas control valve. Step 12. Reconnect and tighten the thermocouple. Insert the thermocouple adapter into the gas control valve and turn clockwise until it is hand tight. Insert the thermocouple into the adapter and turn counterclockwise until it is hand tight. And an additional 1/4 inch turn by wrench should be sufficient to seat the thermocouple in the adapter. Use a wrench to hold the adapter still while making this 1/4 inch turn. Refer to this illustration should you have any problems understanding how to perform steps 10, 11, and 12. Step 13. Attach the 2 white lead wires to the thermocouple adapter. You should be attaching the straight ends of the lead wires to the adapter. It doesn't matter which terminals are used when connecting the leads to the adapter. This illustration shows an exploded view of the wire lead connections. Step 14. Turn on the gas supply to the water heater. In the next few steps, we're going to follow the lighting instructions on the front of the water heater. So in step 15, we're going to start with turning the gas control knob to the pilot position. In step 16, we're going to light the pilot flame by holding down the red gas supply button and quickly depressing the igniter button 3 or 4 times. Continue to hold down the red button and check the viewport. If you don't see a flame in the viewport at this point, release the red button and turn the gas control knob to the off position. If you don't smell gas, wait 1 minute, then go back to step 15. If you do smell gas, wait 10 minutes before repeating step 15. Step 17. Continue to hold down the red button for 1 minute if you see a flame in the viewport. When you release the button after 1 minute, the flame should remain lit. If the pilot flame doesn't light or remain lit after a few attempts, seek help from a qualified person or company. In step 18, we're going to check for gas leaks. So in a small cup or bowl, we're going to mix up a solution of 1 part liquid dish or laundry detergent to 1 or 2 parts water. Then we're going to apply the solution liberally along the entire line of the manifold tube and the pilot tube using a small paintbrush, especially at the point where these tubes connect to the gas control valve. If you don't see any bubbles forming, that means you don't have any gas leaks. If you do see bubbles at the connection points, try tightening the nuts. If that doesn't work, turn off the gas supply and seek help from a qualified person. Step 19. Turn the gas control knob to the on position and then turn the temperature dial to your desired setting. Step 20. You want to make sure that your water heater is operating properly. After setting your temperature, you should see a full flame burning in the combustion chamber. If you don't see a full flame after setting the temperature, check to make sure that the red temperature dial is seated properly on the gas control valve or seek help from a qualified person. Finally, in step 21, the manufacturer asks that we place the provided label on our water heater at the location indicated on this illustration. That concludes this video. I would like to thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I could really use your support. See you in my next video. Take care, everybody.